For almost half a century, the Cold War wasn't just a standoff of politics, it was a contest of imagination. Behind closed hangars and frozen tundras, the Soviet Union built machines that looked like science fiction come to life. Each design was more daring, more dangerous, and more absurd than the last one. From tanks that could survive a nuclear blast to aircraft that skimmed the sea like monsters, the USSR pushed every limit of engineering. These were not just weapons, they were symbols of fear, built to show the world that Soviet power knew no boundary. Today, we'll uncover the most secret and insane Soviet weapons ever conceived. But before we begin, I ask that you leave a like on the video if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing, and leave a comment with a next topic suggestion. Now, let's get to the video. The 2B1 Oka, the nuclear cannon. In 1957, the Soviet Union unveiled a machine that defied reason, the 2B1 Oka. It was a 65-foot-long artillery cannon capable of firing a 420-millimeter nuclear shell. Each projectile weighed more than a grand piano and could travel nearly 30 miles. When it fired, the recoil was so violent it shattered its own gearbox. The steel hull cracked and the weapon tore itself apart. Soldiers joked that the Oka was the only gun that could destroy both its target and its crew. It was a monument to Soviet ambition, power so immense it destroyed itself. Eventually, the Oka was abandoned, replaced by missiles that could shake the earth from afar. Tsar Bomba, the king of bombs. In October 1961, the Soviets tested the largest bomb ever detonated, the Tsar Bomba, the RDS-220. It produced a fireball 5 miles wide and a blast that broke windows hundreds of miles away. The explosion's mushroom cloud climbed over 40 kilometers into the atmosphere, visible from space. Engineers scaled it down before the test because the original design was too destructive even for its makers. Tsar Bomba was never meant as a deployable weapon. It was a statement, a single explosion meant to demonstrate absolute superiority. The shock waves circled the globe multiple times, and for a moment, the world understood the true scale of nuclear terror. Today, the Tsar Bomba remains a chilling monument to an era that flirted with planetary annihilation. The SS-18, Satan, the missile of the apocalypse. The SS-18 R-36M, nicknamed Satan by NATO, was the Soviet answer to strategic deterrence. Introduced in the 1970s, this ICBM could carry multiple warheads, striking several targets with a single missile. It rode atop massive silos designed to survive attack and still deliver catastrophic retaliation. For decades, Western analysts watched the SS-18 with a mixture of fear and respect. It was the backbone of the Soviet second strike capability. What made it terrifying was not only its yield, but its ability to ensure that even a successful first strike could not prevent total destruction. The SS-18 embodied the logic of mutual assured destruction, the strategy that kept the world from pressing the button. Even as treaties reduced arsenals, the shadow of missiles like the SS-18 lingered. FOBS, the Orbital Bombardment System. The Soviet Union didn't just want to dominate the Earth, it wanted to control orbit. Engineers created the FOBS, the Fractional Orbital Bombardment System. Its missiles could launch into space, circle the planet, and drop warheads from above the South Pole. This meant they could strike the United States from the blind side, completely undetected. It was an idea both brilliant and horrifying. The weapons were tested in silence, hidden behind political speeches of peace. In 1967, the world learned of the plan, and treaties quickly banned orbital nukes. But for a moment, humanity stood one step away from space-based Armageddon. The Soviets had shown that the next world war might start beyond the atmosphere. The Lun-Class Ekranoplan, the Caspian Sea Monster. In the 1980s, the Soviets built a creature that neither flew nor sailed, the Lun-Class Ekranoplan. It was a 400-ton metal beast that skimmed over the ocean at terrifying speed. Using the ground effect, it hovered just meters above the waves, invisible to radar. Armed with 6 massive anti-ship missiles, it could wipe out carrier fleets in minutes. It was nicknamed the Caspian Sea Monster, and for good reason. Nothing else moved like it or looked like it. But it was unstable, costly, and dangerous to operate. Only one was ever completed. When the Soviet Union fell, the Ekranoplan was abandoned on a lonely shore, rusted, broken, and forgotten, a ghost of Soviet power washed up by history. K-84 Ekaterinburg, the Doomsday submarine. Beneath the Arctic ice, the Soviets built a monster that could end the world. The K-84 Ekaterinburg was a Delta IV-class nuclear submarine, silent, enormous, unstoppable. It carried 16 ballistic missiles, each with multiple nuclear warheads. It could hide beneath the ocean for months, waiting for a single command. One command, and half the planet would burn. But even peace couldn't make it safe. In 2011, during repairs, a fire erupted aboard the submarine. For 20 hours, flames raged dangerously close to its nuclear reactors and warheads. Had it exploded, it would have been another Chernobyl beneath the sea. The sub was saved, but its name became a warning. Some weapons never truly rest. That was today's video. If you liked it, leave a like, use the comments to suggest a future topic, and consider subscribing. See you later.